We'll go. Not to turn it too far back.
Alright, they're making their move. Multiple bodies jumping off the stage towards the stage. There's been plenty of horde of them.
It says that the arrests sometime exceed 800 a day, just like I was saying.
Yeah, we're gonna have probably 40 butt bodies or so. They're still coming over. Brown GMC, two-tone. Something on foot, that's the vehicle. They're trying to get hold of transport. Stand by, clear traffic. One back down. One that just went that way. Just went that way. They're all coming down. They're coming straight over by the 6 and 8. I'm rolling. They're coming from up north. They're coming up, come up. And did you really get a count as they count how many were actually on that yet? 120.
What's that?
Is that in your route 60?
This is Yuma.
Where was it at? Illegal dogs and speed it up, gentlemen, speed it up. He's on the ground. The agent is on the ground with the 15. Yeah, watch out, fire.
Now, if this disturbs you, these are some images out in the desert that the smugglers will lead people. Now, prepare yourself. Anything, if you don't want to see this, you don't have to.
We got a Ford vehicle going north of Nickel. Bodies are bailing. I'm on the canal road. I'm on the canal.
This is all just Yuma. This isn't clips from other areas.
He's got a lot back here. UI, big deal. So what's down 11 and a half? What's down 11 and a half? So we have 857 is a load vehicle, minivan, I-80 That's that is a 26, I just apply with. Vehicle head on collision with an agent station across the road. The all units, vehicle roll over, County 17, body in the water. Second closing, what are you going to do? Copy that, dispatch units, full on, 95. 50 north, injury, don't think there is.
It shows we arrested 138,000 in just 2005. The question was the amount.
Yeah, the cost involved in operations such as that within that fiscal year.
I wouldn't know. As a union representative, we can't dictate their budget. We don't get the numbers for that. All we can do is terms and condition of appointment. Sir?
Would you prefer to be, that we call you Agent Hernandez?
No, Vice President is fine. Or just
It's not too much.
Derek, how many miles of fence do we actually have out there to slow these people down? It's viable fencing.
You know, that's a good question. I know we had President Bush come out twice to our station, and he said, if we can't hold Yuma, we can't hold anywhere else. It was ground zero. The sad thing is, just within about a month ago, one of our best operations we had, Operation Streamline, which would, anybody that came across, one time or not, would get some type of jail time. Maybe a week, maybe 3 days. They just dispatched and did away with that. Just within the last month. Why? That's what I gotta ask you. Sir?
Yes.
Oh,
Is it
Good.
true,
Yeah.
is it true that 70% of the illegals that come across the border and are given a date for a hearing don't show up?
If we give them a date for a hearing and 70%, that would be a good percentage, that 30% showing up.
That's what I heard.
No, I would say probably
Didn't
higher than
show
that.
up, I mean.
Yeah, right, I'm saying probably 90% would not show up and 10% would. So I don't have an official number on that. Sir in the blue shirt?
You said you catch 80, 800, 1,000 a day, right?
Not myself personally.
What percentage are you catching and what aren't you catching?
It depends on the location, where most of that footage was shown
Well,
was.
the whole border, or your area?
It depends on.
You're not even catching half of them all day.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. I would say in certain areas, we've created choke points
Okay.
where your big groups now are a little more manageable. But there's still areas where there's not fenced and everything. To answer the other gentleman's question about how much of the border fence is complete, I do know in the Yuma area, we have triple fencing in the west side, where it's probably our highest. You saw groups of 100 coming across. Sir?
Yeah, to give you a perspective, we were down in Hudspeth County in Texas, which is about 90 miles east of El Paso. And it had 98 miles worth of border and 3 miles of fence.
Yeah, there are still areas. Sir?
You had addressed El Paso previously as one of the areas that you'd done, and my question, I have heard that El Paso, for a large city with one of the most violent border cities, Juarez, just south of it, right there, actually has a very low crime rate. What did you do differently there that has made it
Juarez
so?
has a low crime rate,
No,
or
El Paso,
does?
comparatively, as opposed to other border cities, has, for its size, apparently, from what I understand, has a very low crime rate. What has worked there that has been effective?
I wouldn't be able to answer that because we deal with border crimes. We don't deal with the city itself, but I'll defer to Cynthia here on this one.
I know the answer to that from when I went to National Border School 2 years ago. And the mayor of El Paso greeted us by telling us that the city used to be one of the most dangerous cities in the country. And since she had become mayor, she had done some things, and now El Paso was one of the safest cities in the United States. And then she greeted all the law enforcement and everybody, and she left. And when the doors shut in this big auditorium that we were in, when the doors shut behind her, the Hudspeth County Sheriff walked up to the podium and he waited for her to leave, and then he leaned real close into the mic and he went, "Bullshit." And everybody went, "What?" He said, "What a load of," he said, the reason that El Paso was now the safest city was because before she became mayor, there were two cartels that were having a major battle, a turf war over El Paso, and one of the cartels prevailed, and now it's safe again. So it's a false sense of safe. It's safer because there weren't 7 or 8 brutal murders every single day in El Paso, but now a cartel has complete control of that city. So you got to pick your poison.
Thank you.
Sorry, I
No,
didn't mean to jump
absolutely.
you.
No, that is correct.
Thank you.